Fallen angels are demons. Demons are fallen angels. They have demonic power. They have the same power as other angels, and they can do the things other angels can do when God allows it. Angels that are not fallen, that are the messengers of God, can and do appear in human form, as we read here in Hebrews. We may have encountered angels and not known they were angels. It's possible. We see that when Jesus rose from the dead, the angels who were in the garden were seen and perceived to be men. There are other accounts. Absolutely, angels can appear in human form. Demons, however, normally, not always, but normally manifest their presence in human form through possession of a person, through demonic possession. They animate a person whom they possessed. They enter their spirit and animate them in a counterfeit of being filled with the Holy Spirit, and even take over their mind and emotions and body to a degree. This is normally how demons operate, as we see with the demoniacs at Genserine, for instance, in John 5 and so forth. This is the norm. Satan will satanically possess the Antichrist. Again, sorry. Satan will satanically possess the Antichrist. Again, they usually use the surrogate vehicle of possession as opposed to appearing as a man. However, we are told in the Epistle to Jude, something also referred to in the apocryphal literature, that angels left their rightful abode. These were fallen angels who procreated with human women, somehow bringing about the biological reality of demonoids. Now, this is what precipitated God's final judgment in the days of Noah, according to the book of Genesis, when we read Genesis chapter 6 and 7 and so forth. But we're told by Jesus the last days will be emphatically just as in the days of Noah. We explain this in considerable length in the book Shadows of the Beast. Somehow what happened in the days of Noah will be recapitulated in the last days. We will see the reality of a physical manifestation of the demonic, ultimately. Now, I've been warning for well over 20 years that anything fallen man can use for evil, he will. We can use radioactive isotopes oncologically to fight cancer, but we can also use them for weapons of mass destruction. We live in a fallen world. Satan's the god of this world, and anything that fallen man can use for evil, he will. That includes biogenetic engineering and cloning. I like the idea that you can take some pancreatic tissue that's healthy from someone, that's their own tissue, that is not going to have a rejection factor, culture it in a lab, cloning their own tissue, and then surgically implant it into them as healthy pancreatic tissue, curing diabetes, hypothetically. It's been talked about. Great idea! But that same technology and science can and will be used for evil. I've been warning for years, and I mean over 20 years. A time is going to come when people will attempt to use cloning of DNA to, by biogenetic engineering, facilitate reincarnation, thinking that it's the reincarnated person. There will be a demonic element in this. The question is, where are manufactured people going to get their spirits? The prospects are rather, again, apocalyptic. I would refer you to the book Shadows of the Beast. But the answer is yes, but we must qualify the answer. And we must understand it both from the perspective of angelology and demonology, but also from the perspective of eschatology and end-time prophecy. Hence, I'll point you to the book. It's a long subject. But basically, if angels can do it, when God allows, fallen angels can do it, and there has been at least one major episode where it happened. According to Jewish history, this transpired on Mount Hermon, which was the Mount of Transfiguration of Jesus with Moses and Elijah, in the days of Jadid, according to Jewish history. In any event, I'd refer you to the book, but it is a very good and a very important question. My name is Jacob Prasch. God bless and thank you.